Well, wonderful morning. Good morning here from the Chateau de Colombe. There's always something, isn't there? So yesterday I was still working quite late and it was getting dark. And before I could park the tractor, one of the front tires was completely out of the blue deflated. And so, now I need to get the tire off and get it to see if I can get it repaired anywhere local, because the garage or the company where I bought it has the most atrocious and incompetent customer service, and or atelier, as they call this garage, is awful. So I'm going to go to our local garage here in Château and see if they either can repair it or point me to the right direction. Let's go. So hello there. So what I just did, and of course I forgot to film it, I put the bucket down. It's hydraulic, so it has some power, but you can see, not so great, is it? So I'm going to take this tire off and see that it gets to the garage or garage so it can be fixed. So, hello, we're back at the tractor. 2 days ago, I just said, Stuart, let me quickly mow a certain area that we needed to get done to make it all look very neat and tidy, and that wasn't. And when I returned with the mower and I was going in reverse, it was kind of weird because I had some ruts that I did in the grass and on the lawn. Turns out that this tire was completely flat. So, I mean, there was the inner tube was completely kaput, broken, I don't know. And so I went to, not to our regular garage, because they are absolutely horrible and things take weeks there. Anyway, so the very nice young gentleman told me might take a couple of days or even a week because they need to order the inner tube. And I dropped it off. It was, I think, 11 o'clock in the morning. And I said, that's fine. And he said, should I call you when we have the part? And I said, no, just call me when it's finished. And they called me same day in the afternoon. So it was absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to do this because I still have a little bit of mowing to do. Our neighbor is mowing right now as well, so let's go. Well, hello there. We're just enjoying a nice afternoon stroll with our dogs in the park. And we're coming back to the chateau. And, well, I didn't see it. Stuart found it. That window up there popped out and fell out of the frame. We didn't have a storm, so I have no idea how this could have happened, but we're gonna go up there right now to investigate. And off we go. It's nice and warm up here. Let's see. So what saved it from falling is the slate is in little metal.
Little hooks that hold it in
Yes,
place.
metal hooks that nailed in.
Right.
And they come around and they grab it. Mm-hmm. That's what grabbed this glass. Now, one thing we need to determine if we put glass back in or if we put in plexiglass. Because what I then can do is I put silicone on the outside.
Right.
Because I can't reach it from the other side. I have to do it from in here.
Right.
That's why I would like this to be doable.
Right.
And at the bottom where there are two little corners. Let me demonstrate that also because
that is actually, it's not a rectangular piece either, is it?
No,
so
it has a...
You're right. So that's going to be, it might be better if we can do that in plexiglass because we know that our places that cut glass and stuff, they won't be able to cut something like that.
Only squares.
Yes, they can only do rectangles and squares, yes.
Or square corners.
Right.
So on each side here, and well, the one that's missing,
right.
That's it that holds it all in place.
Wow, yeah.
And the mastic that they
The putty?
Putty.
Yeah.
As you can see, there is no putty.
There's nothing at all. No.
So I'm going to leave this.
No, we're going to take that down so we can measure it and see if we got the plexiglass for it.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is our lovely installer left all this behind. Thank you so much. In any case.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay.
Well, a happy sunny Sunday from the beautiful little town of Étrechet. And it's the first real big brocante, well, relatively, outside. And we are lucky with the weather, of course. Otherwise we wouldn't be here. Well, we would maybe, but no one else would. And we're meeting up with Tony Jane. And let's see what we find today. We're here for 5 minutes and my guess would be nothing. Well, let's be positive. I'm positive we find nothing. Anyways, let's go. So there's this wash stand, which is really pretty. The marble is in really good condition and can be polished up and looks really nice and clean and white. And I actually really like that because we can mount a sink on top of it, carefully core through, put the sink on top of it, and now would that go with the Trumeau?
Well, we could see, but definitely for the price, we can actually get it and use it somewhere else too. So
Yes.
it's definitely worth getting.
Okay, then let's get that.
Okay.
Now, there was a bit of bad luck there, wasn't it? First the tire, and I'm so glad they fixed that in lightning speed, and then the window, and I'm glad Stuart saw that because we have a lot of rain now, and that could have really damaged our bed and breakfast room. So thanks, Stuart, for seeing it.
Yes.
We're glad that we could fix this. That both of them got fixed really quickly. Now the brocante, not so much, although we did find something. So we have now, these are like little cooking pots and pans, and we have already 3 of them because we want to basically put them in the kitchen as Christmas ornaments. I think they're cute. Anyway, so that's that. But now this was great because this is going to be the wash stand with sink on top of it for our bed and breakfast room. For the bed and breakfast bathroom. It's really nice. Now I know this looks a bit, tarnished, and I'll take this apart. I will sand this with very, very fine sandpaper. And then there is a product that's used here. I'm pretty sure it's available in most countries that will seal the marble and give it its sheen back. So that's something for another rainy day when I'm not scrubbing the floors, the tomato floors, which I will do soon. In those 2 bathrooms to restore them a bit. But this is really, really cool, very pretty. Stuart has already picked out a sink, I think, which is incredibly elegant. So we're well on the way there. We're waiting for one thing we wanted to rent, but we now purchased because 2 days of rental was the equivalent of buying it outright. And Tony and Jane will use it for their next project. We will use it for future projects. Who knows? Maybe Claire and John need to use it. So it's very beneficial to have. And I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. That's for the next, most probably next week. So on that note, thanks for watching, and we see you again on Friday. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.